Jai Shri Gurudev. Welcome to your physics class today. Today, as I said in the previous class, we'll study about the formulas which we are going to use to solve the problems in this chapter. That is potential energy of a system of charges. System of charges means it is a set of two charges or three charges. So first, we'll write the formula for potential energy of a system of 2-point charges. Let us consider 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 separated by distance R. Here, the potential due to the charge Q1 is written as V1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by R at a distance R. Okay. V1 is the potential due to the charge Q1 at a distance R, and it is given as V1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by R. Take this as equation number 1. Now we have to calculate the potential energy. Potential energy of the charge Q2 at a distance R from Q1. We have to determine the potential energy. That is, in order to place a charge Q2 at a distance R due to the potential Q1, and that is written as U. Let U be the potential energy, but potential energy is equal to V1 into Q2. That is nothing but the potential energy of Q2 due to the potential of Q1, the charge Q1. How we got this expression? See, we have already written that potential is nothing but work done per a charge. Now work done is equal to potential into charge. This work done itself is nothing but the potential energy. That is U is equal to V into Q. Isn't it? So this is the expression for potential energy for the system of 2-point charges. And this potential energy can be generalized for like charges or unlike charges. For any kind of charges, we can write this expression. For example, if you are having like charges we have Q1, Q2 is greater than 0. Q1, Q2 is greater than 0. It means that there is a positive work, or you can say positive potential energy is needed to bring a charge from infinity to particular point within the electric field, isn't it? Or you can also say that there should be work done against the repulsive force. Work done should be against the repulsive force. Why repulsive? Because if you say that Q1, Q2 is greater than 0, it means that we have like charges. So when we have like charges, there is always a force of repulsion, isn't it? That is why in this case, in case of like charges, we need a positive potential energy to bring a positive charge, a unit positive charge from infinity to particular point. That is a positive potential energy, or you can also say that work done against repulsive force, or you can say repulsion. Work done against repulsion or repulsive force. In the same way, if you have unlike charges, then Q1, Q2 become less than 0. That is unlike charges. So in the case of unlike charges, we need a negative potential energy because Here we will have a negative potential energy to bring or to move a charge from infinity to particular point within the electric field or against the electric field or against the electric potential, isn't it? Or also you can say that work done against attractive force. Here work done against attractive force, or you can say attraction. So this is about the potential energy of system of 2-point charges. In the same way, now we can generalize this equation for system of 2-point charges. For system of 3, let us derive the expression for potential energy of system of 3 charges. For this, initially we have to calculate the potential energy for system of 2 charges as we did in the previous case. So hence, write down that potential energy, that is U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R1. As we did in the previous case, that is U is equal to V into Q1, V into Q2. And this V is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1, because the distance is R1 and Q2. Isn't it? Now, in order to bring a third charge, that is Q3, from infinity to this point against the electric field or electric potential due to Q1 and Q2 is nothing but V is equal to, here we will use the superposition theorem for the system of 2 charges, that is Q1 and Q2 together are acting at this point Q3, and that potential is sum of the potentials of charge Q1 and Q2, and that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by the distance from Q1 to Q3 is R3 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 divided by the distance between Q2 and Q3 is R2. So this is the potential due to the two charges Q1 and Q2. Against this potential, we have to place a third charge Q3 from infinity to the point C, isn't it? Now, how do you calculate the potential energy? The formula for potential energy is U is equal to, take this as U1, here we will take this as the second potential energy as U2, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is common, I will take it outside, into Q1 by R3 plus Q2 by R2 into of which charge we are calculating the potential energy? Q3 multiplied by Q3. Isn't it? V into Q3. V into this whole term is nothing but the potential, and multiply by Q3 will give us the potential energy. Now the total potential energy is U is equal to U1 plus U2, isn't it? Total potential energy is U1 plus U2, and that is written as U1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R1 plus, here multiply Q3 inside and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught also inside, will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 divided by R3 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q3 Q1 divided by R3. So this is the expression for potential energy of a system of 3 charges. See, you can easily remember the formula as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R1, and since 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is constant in all the terms, you can take it outside, and inside the bracket you can remember as in a cyclic order as Q1 Q2 by R1 plus in the place of Q1 you can take it as Q2, that is Q2 Q3 by R2 plus In the place of Q2, we'll write it as Q3, and in the place of Q3, we'll write Q1. Hence, the expression becomes U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught within the bracket Q1 Q2 by R1 plus Q2 Q3 by R2 plus Q3 Q1 divided by R3. So this is the expression for the potential energy for the system of 3-point charges. In the same way, we can write the expression for potential energy in an external field, and this is only to mention the expression. You are not having for the derivation. So for the single charge, we will write the expression as U is equal to QV. In an external electric field, if you consider an electron, example of electron, if you accelerate an electron by a potential difference of 1 volt, by a potential difference of 1 volt, then the potential energy in the place of Q will have E, that is the charge of an electron, and the potential difference, that is 1, and it is equal to the value of charge of an electron is 1.6 into 10 power minus 90 joules. 1 volt will becomes joules. Therefore, the potential energy when an electron is accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt will be equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules. It means that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 90 joules. During the problems, you will need this to convert from joule to electron volt or electron volt to the joules. That is 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 90 joule. Next, for the potential energy in an external field for a system of 2 charges. For system of 2 charges, we have the expression U is equal to Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Here, due to the first charge and second charge, and this part is the due to external field. External field, we have the total potential energy and charge, the system of 2 charges is equal to U is equal to Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R, where Q1 Q2 are the point charges separated by a distance R, separated by a distance R. So next, we will move on to the important question, that is the potential energy of a dipole in an external field, in an external electric field. This question is important because they have asked in the previous annual examination. Actually, it is this expression is also to mention the expression, but still they have asked in the examination for 3 marks. So this is important for 3 marks. They have asked in the previous examinations. Okay. First, we will consider a dipole. Dipole. What is a dipole? Dipole is a equivalent pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. And first, we should know the definition of dipole moment. Electric dipole moment. The definition of electric dipole moment is written as P is equal to 2AQ n cap. Here we will consider only the magnitude, that is P is equal to 2AQ, where 2A is the dipole length, that is the distance between the 2 charges, and Q is magnitude of either of the charges. So we have considered a dipole kept within a electric field where the dipole is having a dipole moment which is equal to, its magnitude is equal to P is equal to 2AQ. It is 2AQ, where 2A is the dipole length, and Q is the magnitude of either of the charges, isn't it? Now what happens whenever you keep a dipole within an electric field, then it neutralizes the total force. There is no net force due to the dipole. ನೆಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇರೋದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದ ನೆಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 0. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನೆಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಟಾರ್ಕ್ produced by the dipole because of the couple. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ನಮಗೆ ಕಪಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಟಾರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟಾರ್ಕ್? ಟಾರ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಇಸಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. In the previous class we have derived it. How we have derived it? Tau is equal to, here we have taken it as tau is equal to P cross E, where P is the dipole moment and E is the electric field present, isn't it? Now, due to this torque, there is a rotating effect in the dipole. So rotating effect ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So when this dipole rotates due to the torque and it neutralizes, it comes to the neutralized state, then the work done or potential becomes 0 because the dipole will become perpendicular to the electric field. So perpendicular ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ cos theta ಬಂದಾಗ cos 90 becomes 0. That is why we'll get the potential as electric potential as 0. For that reason, what we'll do is we'll bring another external torque acting on that dipole. Then dW is equal to tau into d theta, and this tau will take it as P E sin theta into d theta, because cross product is nothing but P E sin theta. Now the total work done in bringing a dipole from say theta 1 to theta 2, because the theta 1 is the initial angle and we have to place that dipole in a particular angle in order to make or to get some potential energy out of the dipole. So then the total work done W is nothing but dW from theta 1 to theta 2 is equal to integral P sin theta d theta, that is theta 1 to theta 2, and this is written as the integral of sin theta is minus cos theta, that is minus P cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this is the expression for potential energy. This work done itself is the potential energy in order to move the dipole at certain angle. Now again, if, as I said, if the dipole get neutralizes or it comes to the direction perpendicular to the electric field, the potential energy becomes 0. That is why what we will do is we will take the angle, the initial angle as pi by 2 where the dipole has neutralized, and that angle we take it as pi by 2 to theta. Theta is equal to theta, isn't it? And the expression will write it as integral from pi by 2 to theta P sin theta d theta, and this will be minus P cos theta pi by 2 to theta. Then this is equal to minus P cos theta minus cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0, we can neglect it, and we'll get, finally we'll arrive at the expression U is equal to minus P dot E. So this is the final expression. There is a potential energy of a dipole in an external field is U is equal to minus P dot E. Okay. So for this we have to consider that the dipole which is kept inside within a electric field, and the net force of the due to the dipole is 0, but still there is a torque. We have to remember that there will be a torque due to the couple, and that expression for torque which is responsible for the rotating effect is tau is equal to P cross E. And in order to move the dipole through an angle theta, we have to apply an external field, external torque, and that is nothing but dW is equal to tau d theta. And the total work done from theta 1 to theta 2 is integral of dW from theta 1 to theta. On substituting the value, we will arrive at the expression U is equal to minus P dot E. So this is about the potential energy in an external field, and also the potential energy of the system of charges. Here we have derived without an external field. Here, on applying the external field, how our potential energy will be altered, that we have studied. Thank you.